Hey guys, coming at you from Mexico. Before we start today's video, just a quick reminder that my new membership website FromTheField.farm is now live and the registrations are open until January 18th at 11:59 p.m., which is when they will close. I open this only 4 times a year, and this first opening is your opportunity to get in as a founding member, and you will get in at the price point that will never be again. Right now it's $49 for a year subscription or $4.99 a month. The price is going to go up after this one, but if you get in at these price points, you will be grandfathered in and you will always stay at that price point. As I'm here in Mexico taking a little family vacation, and I wanted to do a 2018 sort of biggest lessons video. Had some big realizations while I've been down here in Mexico. Also some things that I've learned throughout the year, and I don't know if this is necessarily going to be bullet points. I'm just going to kind of talk and you guys can kind of take away from it what you will. One thing that's been huge for me this year is my daughter's almost 2 now, and my family is learning and growing together, and the most important thing in my life now is family. And that is the thing that comes first before everything else. And so there's a couple things that, there's been a lot of lessons we've had as a family this year. And one thing that we've really talked a lot about, my wife Katie and I, that we've spent a lot of time talking about, especially since we've been here on vacation in Mexico, is how important it is for us, for our daughter to grow up without seeing us wasting time on social media and flipping on our phones. And we've looked a lot into what social media is doing to society and the human brain, but ultimately what it's doing to children. And I find this is a serious issue for me now, because the data is quite clear. And we want to set an important example for our daughter. And so what we've actually done, my wife, both her and I, we've deleted all the social media from our phones. So unfortunately for me, I am a person that has a career that's somewhat rooted in social media. Well, at least YouTube. I do have a lot of people that follow me on Facebook. I stopped using Facebook in May, and I kind of went back on it, I don't know when it was, maybe it was December or something, or maybe late November. And having all that time away from it really kind of diminished its value for me. I found that it wasn't really delivering me value in my life. And so I'm on there, I check it once a week. It's not really something that I'm that interested in. I still post to Instagram for Green City Acres, but I don't have it on my phone. So I actually found a really handy app called Flume that's on my computer. And so when I want to do an Instagram post, maybe I took that photo with my DSLR or my phone, or I'm using a GoPro Hero 7 right now, or it could be from that. I just upload on my computer and then I'm done, and I don't sit there and I scroll through it. I've deleted Twitter off my phone. When I went cold turkey with Facebook in May, I kind of got into Twitter. I wasn't really actively posting it, but I just got into looking at it for a source of news. And I've just found that my life is so much better when I'm not flipping through social media. And it's also so much better for my family. And, just to be honest with you guys, which I always am, it's kind of a redundant thing to say, but just to kind of open up is, I've had moments when I'd been kind of sucked into that social media vortex, and I'm sitting there scrolling through my phone, and I can see my daughter looking at me. And when I take a step back to think about what's actually happening, is she's asking me to be with me, and I'm sitting here on this damn device, and what's the message that she's getting when she sees me looking at this device? And my wife and I both realized that we don't want that in our lives anymore. So we've gone full on cold turkey. We've deleted it from our phones. So again, it's not that I'm not using social media, it's just no longer on my phone. And so that's one thing. Social media in my opinion, is poison. And I think it's doing some very harmful things in society. There's no doubt some benefits to it, and I'm definitely living proof of that. But it's doing some serious harm in society. And I would encourage anybody who has a family, particularly with young children, to look into the psychological repercussions that social media and devices have on the brain of a child. And it is terrifying. I'm going to paste down in the show notes here an interview I recently watched with Gabor Mate, and it's a segment of this interview from London Real, and he talks about the psychological effects of this. And I've actually known this for quite a while, but this one is kind of a reminder. I'm a big fan of Gabor Mate's work, and it's something to check out. And I think this is a major issue that society needs to look at. So anyways, that was kind of the first big lesson. The second lesson, really. First one was family is the most important thing, and that comes before everything. And the second thing is that social media is poison. So what else are we going to get into here? Another thing that I've realized, just a personal thing for me, I guess this is all personal really, is I am not really interested in being like a famous person. I don't know if I ever was. I've certainly have risen to some popularity as somebody who has a YouTube following as big as I do, and I certainly value that, and I value the people that watch my stuff. But I've realized some things just as I look out into the sort of influencer space, the creator space, other people that are doing similar things to me, is I'm not interested in being one of these guys like Gary Vaynerchuk or Tai Lopez, and I have respect for those guys. I think they do some cool stuff, but they're just like vlogging all day, and I'm not into that. I'm not making posts about, hey, do you like my new haircut? Or like, I'm sick of this narcissism in society, and I've certainly think I've had such a reaction to it recently, coming here, reflecting. My wife and I have really taken a significant time away from social media, and it's given us time to just sit and converse as a family. And I've realized, like, I don't want to be that person, and I don't want my daughter to think that I'm that kind of person either. And a big part of my membership website now that I've launched, and a lot of people have joined, and thank you guys for joining me. The link for that will be in the show notes as well. You still have time to join up. It ends January 18th. But my big mission with that site is this isn't about me, hey, check it out, guys, I'm Curtis the Urban Farmer. This site is all about just delivering value, educational value that people can use. It's not about check me out, check out what I'm doing, follow me, subscribe, like the video. It's not about any of that. It's not about being viral. It's not about any of that. It's all about delivering value. And I've realized that not only is that the thing that gives me the most joy in my career, is changing a person's life. And I've consulted for hundreds of people. I've taught thousands, and I've inspired, tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands, to get into growing their own food and empowering themselves. And I want to carry on with that mission. And so I'm not going to stop posting to YouTube, but I don't really care to make viral videos and all that. If people find my stuff and they get value out of it, great. But I want to just bring value to people and help them find their own empowerment, show them how they can grow their own food, and then show them others that are doing something similar. And that's my mission with this new website, FromTheField.farm, is basically to show what other people are doing in different contexts, and hyper detailed. It's not about viral content. Like, to make a living on YouTube, to make a sustainable living on YouTube that can support a small family, you have to go for viral content. And that essentially means you have to follow the YouTube algorithm, which is the YouTube algorithm that they favor. And that's short form videos, clickbait titles, consistent posting. Like, if you really want to grow your channel, you got to post 7 days a week or close to that. And I did that for years to grow my channel to get it to where it is. But I just don't have that in me anymore. I'm trying to not be a narcissist. I don't want to be a narcissist, and I know that I have probably some narcissistic tendencies. And I have found with a significant amount of time away from social media, I've been able to reflect on that, and it's not what I want in life. And so this new website is a new direction for me to really focus on just delivering value to people, helping people by giving them information that can help them change their farm operations, change their lives, inspire them to do something. And that's what it's about. And it's not to say that I haven't done some of that on YouTube, because I know I certainly have, but I don't care about catering to the algorithm of the constant postings, short form, clickbait. I know that I get haters on my channel who have hated on me for using clickbait titles. And I don't necessarily blame them for that, because I kind of find it obnoxious myself. But unfortunately, that's just the name of the game on YouTube. And so that's why I've created my own platform. And, you know, there's an interesting cultural shift happening right now. It's not only cultural, it's technological, and it is a societal thing. You know, many of you guys are familiar with what's going on with big tech and the censorship that's happening, the deplatforming. You know, Patreon is deplatforming people. And I'm dropping my Patreon account. I don't know if when this video comes out, if that'll have happened or will be happening, but I'm doing it. And so anybody who's been on there who has donated to me, I'm going to say this here in this video, who has donated to me in an amount that is equal to my membership website, you will get an email from me for a sign up for my membership. So there's quite a few people that I have to reach out to, but hold on. If you haven't heard from me, just hold on. You'll be getting an email from me. So I'm going to be jumping off Patreon, and I'm trying to move to my own platform. And this is something that is happening. We're seeing this sort of ideological possession that's happening with big tech, and people are living in these super leftist echo chambers, and they think they're good, and so they want to suppress what they think is hate speech. And I'm certainly not part of that, because my videos are hardly political. I don't really comment on those things, but I don't like that. I'm a total free speech absolutist, and I don't want to make this video political, but I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, and I'm going to get off Patreon. And if you want to support my work, join up to my membership website. If you want to make a donation to what I do, you can do that through PayPal for now. But PayPal has been shutting people down too. So the payment platform I'm using for my membership website is different than I have used on theurbanfarmer.co. That has been PayPal, but my new website is through Stripe. And so I don't really know where they stand politically. I don't know if they are shutting people down. I'm hoping that there's going to be a new alternative that becomes easy to use, that people can use easily, where we can exchange value with one another without having to worry about big tech censoring us for our ideas and the things that we say. So anyways, that's on that. So that's kind of what's going on with me there. And another thing that's been a big lesson for me this year too, I've really had a lot of time to process it while I've been here in Mexico, is how important it is to cut distractions if you want to get things done. And this all kind of ties back to social media too, because social media is a total distraction. Notifications on your phone and all this crap. You know, if you want to get stuff done, you need to focus, and you need to cut out the distractions, and you need to go at it 100%. And I've learned that even more with just being a family person now, is because I want to be a dad who spends time with my child and my family every single day. And I'm not a 9-to-5er in the sense that I don't go to a job and leave for 8 hours and then come back. I do work from home, so I see my family throughout the day. But I don't want to be the kind of person that is constantly being distracted. And so I have these windows where I need to get things done. And so it's like, okay, my wife has my daughter for these 2 hours. I'm going to hyper focus and just get some stuff done. Don't check email. Turn off the social media, turn off my phone, and just go at the task at hand. I got to tell you about a couple guys that I met, I think it was in October. I met these two brothers through a friend of mine, Jason. And these guys, they're called the Torin brothers. And I didn't know who they were when I met them, but they were very successful entrepreneurs. And they really actually inspired me to start my membership website. So big shout out to the Torin brothers. And you know, talking to them we talked about this stuff. We talked about distractions and how social media isn't really that important. And it's actually not even needed anymore to really even have a success as a digital marketer. Like, it's not needed. There's other ways to do these things. And yeah, they inspired me to do the website, but you know, having conversations with them, just kind of, they encouraged me just to pull the trigger and just go for it. And so like the night after I hung out with those guys, I thought about it and I started taking action the next day. And that's because I'm cutting out distractions. I can get things done. And when you have a million distractions, you're always being pulled away. You can't just focus down on what you need to do. And that's been huge for me this year, is just eliminating distractions. And I'm even getting better at it right now. Like, after this trip, I've realized even more on how much I want to eliminate these distractions. Because not only does it make me more productive in my work, in my execution, getting things done faster, more efficient, and just ticking them off the list and just going at it, but it also allows me to spend more focused time with my family and not sitting there with my daughter while I see notifications on my phone going off. Like I said, I've deleted all social media from my phone. I don't get any notifications on my phone. I don't get email notifications. I don't get anything. And my wife and I even have a ritual now where we put our phones on. You can customize the notifications on your phone so that you don't get any phone calls from anybody that isn't in your favorites list. So, you know, so that way, if it's an emergency call, somebody can reach you. You know, if it's your mother or father or something like that, or close, maybe very close business associate. But you know, we cut out all the distractions. And it's just made our lives so much better. So that's kind of where I'm at for 2018. It's been a great year. You know, I'm taking a break from farming, from Green City Acres, just to kind of focus on delivering content, interviewing farmers. I've got a long list of people that I'm going to be visiting this year for FromTheField.farm. Super, super excited. So it's a new direction I'm going in, and I've learned to kind of just throw caution to the wind and just try new things. So I'm trying something, taking a little break from farming, kind of see what happens. It's not going to slow down me creating content about farms because I'm on farms all the time. And, you know, I kind of just hit a wall with Green City Acres. I kind of just got to a point where there wasn't much more content I could make on it. And now I'm kind of reaching outward. I've got people that I've inspired all over the world. I have farms that I can visit, and I can learn new things at those farms that are new things I can share with people at my website, FromTheField.farm, or you know, we're gonna have some of these videos are gonna be up on YouTube in shorter form. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm going with all this. So anyways, yeah, that if you want to sign up for that, membership is still open. It's open till January 18th at 11:59 p.m. Link will be in the show notes too. Also, just a reminder that I've got this workshop at Steadfast Farm coming up on February 25th. You guys have been seeing these videos here. Tickets, there's still some tickets available. Also, just want to say that this might be the last year. 2019, I've got a lot of events booked this year. I've got all this stuff over Europe, going to be in Germany, Luxembourg, Sweden, and Belgium. Those dates I have yet to announce exactly, but that's going to be in August. This might be the last year where I do as many speaking gigs as I do. So if you want to see me on one of these farms, this might be the last year to come and see me do that. I don't think in 2020 that I'm going to do this many events. It's going to be greatly reduced, and who knows, I might even take some time off it. So far, the membership sign-ups have been going awesome. So thank you guys for signing up for this. Those of you who have, it's looking like it's going to take me in a new direction because the resources are there for me to travel to places to make content and focus on that. You know, I've always been, ever since I started doing this, if I was traveling to make videos, it's because I was there doing a speaking event or consulting or running workshops or anything like that. There's always been some other reason to bring me there. But now, because of this website, it's giving me resources to go and do things specifically to create content to deliver value to people like you guys who are on the website. from the field.farm. So I hope to see some of you guys in there. I hope to see some of you guys at the workshop in Arizona. You go to theurbanfarmer.co/course tickets. You'll see the other events that are coming up too. We've got Jean-Martin Fortier's workshop in June. We've got Steadfast in February. We've got Dog Patch Urban Gardens in Ohio. That's in there too. That one's in, I think that's in July. Anyways, they'll be in on the website if you want to check out those dates. So yeah, have a great 2018. Crush it, take action, cut the distractions, and just go at it. All right, guys, take care.